Hey everyone, it's Ryan Howe, Small Business News. I got a good one for you today. It's about burnout and the way it affects everybody up and down the chain at a business. Before we get into that, for those who don't know, this is the show where I share just some of the information I share with my clients every single day. I am a business coach who works out of West Michigan and around the country, and I hope to earn your subscription. So let's get into this here. Now, this is from slate.com. Links are going to be in the description down here, so be sure to check that out. The one person who could make your job easier also doesn't want to be there. Burnt out managers are an industry agnostic problem. Again, this is by Julia Carpenter. That's something that I deal with my clients with all the time. But one of the first things that I work with my clients is how we can get their managers and their teams more time off. We want to get them gone so they can have a break from the work. It's one of the first priorities we work on because there's a lot of work to do to get the business up to speed. Anyways, middle managers are the shock absorbers, says Rebecca Zucker, a partner at Next Step Partners, an executive coaching organization who called manager burnout the new normal. That shouldn't be the new normal, just saying, FYI. Now, 3 years ago, the Great Resignation saw a record number of employees leave their jobs, according to data from the Labor Department. Now, we've got low-wage workers and employees of color were likeliest to leave their current jobs for new roles, according to surveys at the time. But female middle managers were also expressing a higher desire to change positions. Now, almost everyone thought about leaving their job during the Great Resignation. Everyone was poking around to see what was available. This was a common occurrence. And there's a lot of people saying, hey, you know what? I'm ready to make another change again, as we talked about in a previous video. The thing is, COVID made everybody reassess their work and what they were doing and how they were spending their time and how they were being utilized. And this goes for business owners all the way down to frontline employees. And it's caused a lot of imbalance within the workforce across the board. And everybody's kind of struggling with it. Let's talk a little bit more here. Now, despite increased awareness of burnout symptoms, wave upon wave of company wellness programs and other corporate BandAids, which is correct, that's all BandAids. A majority of desk workers, direct reports, and their managers alike say they're still experience burnout, according to recent data from the Slack Workforce Index. There's often a cascading effect happening here, as Zucker said. Middle managers are straining to meet the leadership team's demands, then they're passing that strain on to lower level employees. Now, when analyzing data for the latest Slack Workforce Index, Christina Janzer, a senior vice president of research and analytics at Slack, pointed to two main factors workers blame for their fatigue and malaise: too much time wasted on low-value mundane tasks and a persistent pressure to work after hours. The solution to this widespread burnout isn't solved by the individual, but instead it's modeled by top executives. If they're the ones taking leave, enforcing work-life boundaries, and setting realistic expectations, the middle managers and employees can follow suit. This next sentence is very important. You can still be a high-performance organization. In fact, you'll be likelier to be a high-performance organization because people are rested along the way, she said. All right, we're going to leave it there, folks. Again, links for this article are going to be in the description here. I cannot overstate the importance of taking time off if you are in a leadership position. It's so very important. And enforcing realistic production goals for your managers and their teams so they can take time off. We want our people taking time off. We want them to be away. With that, I just wanted to bring this to y'all's attention here. Burnout is such a terrible thing. It's happened to me on multiple times. When I was in the military, I was almost in a constant state of burnout. That's just life in the military. And while I was in the private sector, and a couple different times, I got into these burnout situations, and it wasn't good. Even after I took time off, even when I came back to the company, it was still just like, you know what, I just don't feel like being here anymore. It just kind of happened. So don't let that happen to you. Don't let that happen to your team. If you're a business owner who would like to improve the processes and the overall operations of your business so you can take time away, feel free to reach out and send me a note. Take care, and I will see you next time.